You think you know hardship? Try growing food on rock. Try living in a place where the land fights you harder than your enemies. That was Sparta. Survival wasn't a strategy, it was the only rule.
And you think that's tough? Try surviving in a desert kingdom where one bad river flood could starve millions. Where the sun cooks your food faster than you can store it. You Spartans suffered. Egyptians planned.
Planned? Your entire food system was one long prayer to a river.
And yours was one long excuse to starve with pride.
Two civilizations, two brutal landscapes, two completely different survival systems. Today, we're putting them head to head to see who actually handled scarcity better, the warriors or the empire. Let's get into it. Climate challenges. Desert famine versus rocky Greek terrain. Sparta had almost no farmland. Thin soil, miserable rain cycles. You grow what you can, and you don't expect much. That means you either get efficient or you die. Simple.
Egyptians had one farmland, the Nile. That's it. Everything depended on that yearly flood. If the water came too high, crops drowned. Too low, famine. There was no plan B. No flood meant no food. Entire dynasties collapsed because of one bad season.
So we fought mountains. You fought a river.
And the river won more often than your mountains did.
Food system design. Multi-year silos versus minimalist survival. We kept things simple. Barley, goat cheese, figs, enough to fuel a body made for war. You don't need 5 years of supply when your entire culture revolves around discipline and moderation.
Moderation is just what people say when they don't have food to store. We built greeneries big enough to outlive droughts. Multi-year systems, temperature control, grain rotations, bureaucracy so intense it would make your head spin. We didn't hope for food, we guaranteed it.
Or you hoarded it.
Preparation. Learn the difference.
Preservation tech. Salt and dryness versus honey, smoke, vinegar. Spartans' tools were basic but reliable. Salt it, dry it, smoke it, boil it in vinegar. If you were desperate, you thickened blood as a protein base. Not fancy? Effective.
We used everything the desert gave us. Sun drying, fish curing, fruit dehydration, and honey for the things we wanted to keep forever. Honey is basically nature's time capsule. You could pull meat out a decade later and it still worked.
Honey is a cheat code.
It's called being smart.
Protein strategies. Fish versus pork and blood. Protein in Sparta was whatever you could wrestle away from the land. Goat, some pork, a lot of fish when the coast behaved. But the real trick was stretching it. Broths, stews, vinegar-thickened blood. That's how you turn scraps into survival.
Scraps. See, that's the difference. We didn't rely on last-minute improvisation. The Nile gave us fish by the ton. Catfish, mullet, perch. We dried it, salted it, stacked it, stored it, and when the river wasn't enough, pigs, ducks, geese, even crocodile if things got really desperate.
Crocodile. Of course you'd eat the thing trying to eat you.
Survival is survival, and ours didn't depend on one pot of blood stew keeping a soldier alive.
Shelf life and reliability. Who lasted longer when things failed? Our system wasn't pretty, but it didn't break. If crops failed, you rationed harder. If the herd thinned out, you hunted. No bureaucracy. No priest telling you the river gods were upset. Just grit, discipline, and a diet built to suffer.
And that's exactly why our system beat yours, because it wasn't based on suffering. It was based on long-term planning. A single granary could feed a village for years. A network of them could feed a nation. When your rocky slopes dried out, what did you have? A stern lecture about toughness.
Toughness works.
Until the food runs out.
Modern cost comparison. Egyptian multi-year versus Spartan budget pantry. Bottom line today, Spartan method is cheap. Salt, vinegar, rice, beans, oats. A pantry anyone can build. Simple foods that refuse to die. Minimal overhead, maximum lifespan.
But cheap isn't always reliable. Egyptian-style prepping means storing grain the right way. Multi-year supplies, dried fruits, legumes, honey, salted fish. It costs more up front, yes, but it smooths out every crisis. No surprises, no desperation, no last-minute scrambles.
Or maybe you're just scared of being hungry.
Or maybe we just planned better.
Final verdict and use cases. Who wins? If you want a system that works no matter how bad things get, go Spartan. Low maintenance, low cost, built for hardship. Perfect for tight budgets or situations where you need to survive on grit and basics.
But if you want stability, if you want food that lasts for years without drama, if you want a pantry that handles droughts, shortages, inflation, anything, the Egyptian method wins. Multi-year storage, better nutrition, better planning, better everything.
So who's the real survivor?
Depends on your crisis.
Short, brutal hardship, Spartan wins.
Long-term instability, Egypt dominates.
Two different worlds, two different strategies, one goal. Survival. Pick the system that fits your reality. So that's the truth. Sparta survived off discipline and suffering. It worked until it didn't.
And Egypt survived off planning and storage. It worked until the river stopped listening.
Two methods, same goal.
Pick the one that matches the crisis you're preparing for.
Either way, scarcity always wins. Your job is lasting longer than everyone else.
Preferably without starving yourself on purpose.
We survived just fine.
Sure you did.
End of discussion.